never seen our service. Again, we're located in Morris County, New Jersey for 32 years. It's a father-daughter business ownership. So we're just a private company, just like most of you. We have about 50 employees altogether. And what we do is we report on projects, public work and private work, exclusively in the tri-state region. So that's kind of what sets us apart from our competitors who are all international. So with that being said, I'm going to log in. This is just our main homepage for anyone that wants to just look up a company name and get an address. This is like a free directory. But I'm going to log in real quick and show you what happens when our clients log in for the first time on our website. Okay. Basically, this is our homepage. Let me do a quick walkthrough. We call it My Desktop. So when you click on the upper left desktop here, it brings you to this homepage. Underneath the desktop, you're going to have some saved reports. We call these our starter reports, daily, last viewed, and index. We'll go over these in a little bit. We also do customized reports, which I'm going to do today because this demo today is specifically targeting companies that work with concrete, masonry, foundations. You could be a supplier, a contractor, or a sub. So I have a lot of you listening. So I'll do my best just to kind of give you an overview, and then we could do a one-on-one demo if you want to do that afterwards. But so all the project information is on the left side of our desktop, and then on the right side is our search feature. So you can search for projects, and you just hover over these icons. I can search for a project if I've heard of something out in the field and I want to find it. Or I might want to search for subs, suppliers, equipment dealers, engineers, owners, and sub requests. So if you're a concrete sub, you could look for companies and contractors that are actually looking for subs. And then underneath it is our track filing cabinet. So first of all, you could either track your competitors. So if you're bidding as a prime, maybe a mason contractor, and you're looking for restoration, historic, masonry work, and you bump heads a lot with a certain contractor, you could track them. So whenever that contractor picks up plans or places a bid, you're going to be aware. And that might help as an alert that you might want to go check out those plans because maybe you didn't see them. So that's tracking contractors. Or if I'm a supplier, I might want to track you because I want to see if you win a job so I could offer you my services. So you could track contractors here, and then in the right button here, you could track projects. So this is the alert system. This is telling me since I last looked at my tracking in the projects, I might have 100 jobs tracked. It doesn't matter. It's just saying as of today, or since the last time I looked at this or clicked on it, we have 2 updates to share with you today. That's for me to let me know I'm tracking some jobs and 2 of them have been updated. And then below it really quick, this is our real-time project information. So as soon as a project comes out, we're going to let you know about it that day. As soon as the job bids, we're going to let you know the results that day. So that's something we do as well. It's real-time project information. But to get started, I'm going to show you our daily eval report. And I'm showing you, even though we covered New York, New Jersey, and Philly, just for the demo, so I don't, the webinar, so I'm not getting too many projects that'll get overwhelming. I'm kind of targeting North and Central Jersey for the projects, but the system all works the same. So let me go to the daily email. It's self-explanatory. This is called My Daily Email. We actually email to our clients every day. So they got this last night, the night before. It's today's new and updated projects for September 20th. The geography I chose is here, which makes up North and Central Jersey. And then I'm showing you categories, rehab and specialty work. So that's just going to be any kind of building trade. Actually, let me add new construction. Hold on. Because if you want to sub new, oh, it is there. Okay. If you want to add new construction projects, let's see if it picked that up. If not, nope, for some reason, I don't know why it's not picking that up. Anyway, all right. So there's 5 sections per day. The first 2 sections is the private work. As you can see, this is privately funded. So we have a team of reporters in our research department. There's about 35 reporters. Their job every day is to hunt down projects and to update projects. So we separate the public from the private because it's 2 different animals. So for those of you that are looking for private new warehouses going up, private new developments going up, office buildings, medical buildings, hotels, any ground up construction projects, we're going to find out about from the town planning boards, and then we're going to let you know about it. So the first tab is called pre-planning. So what that means is CIS is going through the town planning board monthly meeting minutes, and pre-planning is preliminary. It's very early on. So there's one job today that we're reporting on. It happens to be new. They want to start this job in the spring of 2025. So they gave us a target date, but it's, a couple of years away, but it's a heads up. And it's a privately funded project. So this is a private owner that wants to build or redevelop the warehouse in Perth Amboy, redevelopment of Gateway redevelopment. So for example, if I click on this project, it's telling me that they're targeting this for the spring. It's a $110 million budget. This is what the private owner told us. It's on Route 35 in Perth Amboy. Developer is Viridian Partners. The owner is Redevelopment Agency. So this is like a private public partnership, which will definitely go out for private bidding and private redevelopment. But what you want to do is you want to go down to the description. And again, this is private work. I'm emphasizing private work. We do ground up. And they're telling us that they want a remediation of a former site of a roofing company that manufactured asbestos shingles. So they had to do some remediation. But the job is because they want to build almost a 500,000 square foot warehouse on 25 acres. So they got to clean up the yard, and then once completed, it's expected to generate 400 long-term jobs. All right. So basically, this is what they want to build: a 471,000 square foot warehouse on 25 acres. So if you get involved with warehouses, new construction of warehouses as a sub, maybe the concrete, the foundation work, or whatnot, then what you're going to do is go to the planning notes, and we're going to tell you, as of today, we found out that yesterday, September 19th, see the target date for groundbreaking. So the spring of 2025 is when they want to break ground. That's what that target date is for. And then if you read through it, it tells you that the preliminary and final site plans to be submitted by the town at an undetermined date. So they still have to present their preliminary plan of what they want to build here. And it's estimated to take 1 year to remediate. All right, so first they got to remediate, and the second year is going to be vertical construction. So you're just deciding whether or not this is something you might want to call as a private sub that wants to do private work. And then you would just track it, and it goes into that filing cabinet I talked to you about before. Once these private jobs get approvals in the pre-planning preliminary stages, it's going to move from pre-planning to planning. So planning, again, is another tab just for you folks that are interested in private work, non-government agency work, private ownership. So in the planning sector, there's 5 projects we reported on today. They all happen to be updated. So nothing brand new for today, but we have some updated projects to share with you. So I don't know, let's look at this one they want to build some townhomes in Denville, New Jersey. That's Morris County. It's a private company that wants to build some townhomes. I'm going to click on it. So again, the location of the project, they have an attorney listed. The owner developer is DR Horton. So maybe some of you have worked with this guy before, so you might want to give him a call to let him know you're aware that he's looking to build these townhomes. But what you really want to do first is go to the description, and it's going to tell you they want to build 106 townhomes. So if you get involved with private residential construction projects for the foundation work, then you're going to go to the planning notes, and it's going to tell you that final major site plan with major subdivision is going to a board meeting on November 8th. So they want to build this townhome community. They're going to a board meeting on November 8th to see that he gets their final approvals. And again, it's for townhomes. In the private sector, you guys, you always want to go to the description, and we're going to tell you what type of building is it: medical, retail, office, church. We're going to tell you the type of building it is and how tall or how wide it is. That's what you're getting. That's what we're getting from the town planning boards, a basic idea of what they want to build on this piece of land. The planning notes are going to tell you where that job is at as of today. And the work included is something new that we started. I mean, basically, this is ground up. It needs all building trades. But if we do confirm that there's going to be some concrete involved in there, we'll indicate it. Or foundation, obviously it's a foundation, it's a private project. But this is just some of the work included. If the word concrete or masonry is not here, don't eliminate this job. You still want to make a call because it's ground up new construction to find out what type of maybe what type of outside what's the word? You know, is it going to be a brick mason project or like a siding project? But anyway, again, you're just deciding what you want to try. The third tab I'm going to go to is the one at the very end called negotiated, because that is also the private work. So there's 3 sections for private work: the planning, pre-planning and planning stages as it's going to the boards for their approvals. Negotiated means that CIS confirmed with this private owner and developer that they hired a GC. This is really for our general contractors, so they don't waste. We don't want them to waste their time calling on these projects when they already have a GC awarded. But for the subs, you know, go ahead and look at these. Now, for example, if I look at this one, I don't know. I'll look at this one. This one already started. It's a logistics center they want to build in Passaic, New Jersey, called Stonemont Passaic Logistics Center. It's in progress, but sometimes it might just mean they started the site work or they just started the building. So it still might be an opportunity for you, maybe for the masonry piece of it, or waterproofing or whatnot. So what we're telling you is that we know the contractor, Premier Design and Builds, which is why it's in the negotiated stages. And we found out as of yesterday, construction just started. It's underway with a completion slated for 2024. So they're expecting this to take about, you know, a year, less than a year to build. And what do they want to build? That's the description. It's an industrial building, almost 300,000 square feet of industrial. And that's it. So that's the private sector. Now let's go to the public sector for those of you that are more interested in the public bidding. If I go to out to bid, we have a whole nother team that handles the public work, just a reminder. So we have a team of reporters that does the private work through the town planning boards. Publicly, we go through every single public bid, whether they put it in the newspaper, your local town paper, or on the public websites. Every day, our reporters go through the local public notices, and then we let you know about it in real time. So these jobs are actually posted on our website in real time, but we send you this email to make it easier for you to get one email with all the information in one spot. So what this means is there are 46 public bids, total items, 46 public bids that CIS reported on just for today in the North and Central Jersey region. If you go through the list here, the new ones are listed first and they're in bid date order, 9/27, 10/3, 10/4. But what you're going to do is go through housing rehab, snow plowing, road improvements, maybe road improvements. I wonder if there's any curbs and sidewalks. I don't know. Let's click on it. So basically, this actually just came out today. It's listed as a new project. So that's real time, guys. This hit the local newspapers today, and we're telling you about it today. So it just came out. The bid is due on 10/3 for this roadway improvement project in Middletown. And this is your public sector project. Where do I get my documents? I'm a contractor that wants to bid this job. So they're telling you to email P. Sirico at the engineer's office. They're going to be $25. You need a bid guarantee, a contract surety, any special requirements. You need to, it's New Jersey prevailing wage. It's a single contract, curb, milling, and sidewalk involved. And here's a brief description. Scope of work includes base repair, mill, overlay, including curb. So all you want to do today is decide whether or not this is something you might want to bid on, most likely as a sub, I guess, depending on how much concrete's involved versus asphalt. But you're just going to track this. And this is brand new. So what happens after this is CIS is going to reach out to the engineer's office. And this is after a brand new bid comes out. We want to call the engineer's office or actually go to their office. It depends on the engineer. Some people work with us over the phone. Some we have to go to their office. We want to find out what the cost estimate. We want to find out what the scope of work and quantities are. So for like road work, we're going to get like the main list of quantities. And then we also want to find out who's bidding the job. So whether I could see who I'm bidding against, or I could bid it as a sub if I want. But that's all I'm going to tell you about the projects for today. You know, that's just one for today. You know, these are all the new jobs that just came out. Here's another one, Lambertville Bridge Rehab. So if I click on it, the contractors have to bid this on 10/24 at 2. Again, who's the owner, how do I get my documents. This one's going to have a walkthrough on the 26th, so you can put that on your calendar. And these plans are available through BidXpress. And they want one single contract. And here again is a brief description. So this is just day one. And if I read through this description, it tells me a little bit about clearing and painting, structural steel, sidewalk, pedestrian handrails, patching, something about patching spalls and replacing concrete approach sidewalk areas, repointing, and miscellaneous masonry repairs. So there's a little bit of masonry and concrete in here. Again, if you want to sub this job to the contractor that's going to bid it, or of course you want to look for a prime bid if you're bidding prime for masonry or concrete, but there's nothing new for prime today. So those are the new bids for today. And then there's a handful of projects that we updated today. So if I look at this one here, it has nothing to do with you, replacement of mailbox unit, but this one actually has a budget. They're telling us what they expect this budget to be. The second one that I actually have tracked is for an addition and an alteration for Monmouth Educational Services. This one actually is bidding today, but we just updated it for one final time today. So what we're telling you is that we published this on August 25th, which is about a month ago. So that's when it first came out as a new project. It's bidding on 9/20 at 1, so it's bidding at 1 o'clock today. And just to show you what an updated project looks like, there is a scope of work here that you were able to read through before a bid, or before you actually pay for the plans yourself. You can look to see if there's concrete, masonry. Here's some more information about allowing a lump sum allowance for $225,000. And then in this case, they're listing who picked up the plans. So if I want to sub this job, I could call these guys and see if I could give them a quote for my piece of the deal. H&S, not only is he bidding this job, and M&M, but they have the handshake here, which means we're accepting phone calls from subs. So if I go to H&S Construction, he's telling me to contact George, and he's looking for all trades. So this is an invitation for the subs to call him to give him a price on your masonry or concrete or waterproofing piece of the business. M&M is also looking for subs. They want you to call Frank. He's looking for all subs. And it says, contact Frank for bid invitation information. But you would have seen that before it goes out to bid today, obviously. Today, we probably just added a bidder that wasn't here yesterday. All right. The next thing I want to show you are public bid results, just to show you how fast we are. Today is September 20th. We have jobs that just bid yesterday on the 19th that we already reported results on. And if I look at the second one here for kitchen and bath replacements, Geocon is the low bidder in Bayonne for $1.3 million. But if I click on the project, you're going to see again if there's a scope of work to see if there's any concrete or masonry here. And then you're going to see who bid it and what the numbers are. So we give you the whole spread of numbers, same day bid information, because this bid yesterday, and we posted this on our website yesterday, even though we sent you the email tonight or last night. And then you could see who's bidding and what their numbers are. All right. The daily email is meant to be convenient for our customers so that you can keep track of local jobs with just one email, and it lets you know for that day what's happening in your region. What I'm going to do is go straight down here to the customized reports, because I customized it for concrete and masonry. What I did was, and this is because we're on a time crunch, and this is what I would do with you guys in detail, but I'm just searching for, there's some keywords I put down here in the bottom. I'm looking for the word brick, concrete, historic, masonry, restoration, and maybe a few other words I added. So this is a monthly report I created. It's for the past month. So again, pre-planning is your private stuff. So this is just telling me if I'm looking at, I don't know, here's Hillsborough, retail and warehouse. They want to start this next year. Concrete was highlighted, and they're telling us here they want to build a mixed-use building for retail and warehouse, but there is some concrete involved. And as of 9/14, the developer has filed a lawsuit. All right, so we may not want to, that's going to take a while, so let's forget about that one. Anyway, that's your pre-planning. Planning, like I showed you before, these are all private jobs in the planning sector that have the word concrete, masonry, historic. They're just picking up your keywords. Brick and concrete for this one is a 5-story residential building. Then we have your out to bid section. So I have 41 projects I reported on out to bid. I already saw this one, the Mount Tinton Falls one. Here's another one. It's a renovation to a school. So there's going to be some concrete or brickwork, but let's go to these two here. This is a prime bid. This is bidding on the 26th, just for brick masonry repairs in Cliffside Park. The published date is September 6th. So this has been out for a couple of weeks already. If you just want to bid as a prime masonry contractor to do some repairs here, it was for the Housing Authority of Cliffside Park. They already had their walkthrough, which you would have seen if you had our service. The notes were letting you know that there is an addendum issued with some, this will tell you if the bid date changed or if they changed the specifications. This is for brick and masonry. This owner is not going to tell CIS which contractors purchased the plans, but some of these contractors let us know in case you want to call them as a sub or in case you're going to bid against them and you want to see who your competition is. So that's one prime bid. And here's another one for a historical restoration for those of you that do historic stuff. Again, this is bidding 927, but we told you about it August 9th. So August 9th is when I track this, and it's for Bergen County. And here's a scope of work here: brick and granite building facade, parapets, concrete waterproofing, masonry. So these are some of the words that it's pulling that I was looking for. And this owner, again, is not going to share with us who you're going to be bidding against, but Hall, Natoli, Nicholas, Paragon, they all purchased the plans and they're looking to bid this job. All right, then we got bid results, which I already showed you how fast we are. But I'm just looking for bid results that have my words, brick, concrete, or masonry. So these are some of the jobs that came out with our keywords. Not sure if there's anything here. Like here's a new community center that Billy Restoration was a little bit on for $5 million. This is back in 9/12. So it looks like a new building. And you go through here and see that there's some concrete and footings involved. And maybe you want to call the low bidder, Billy Contracting, to see if he needs your services. And then negotiate, goes back to the private sector projects where we know who the GC is now. If you want to call them, here's a self-storage facility. Revax is the owner/contractor. He happens to be a customer of ours. So I'm assuming he's building his own building for work, but it's going to be have some concrete related materials. So you might want to call Revax to find out if he could use your services on this one for concrete or the foundation. So unfortunately, I'm out of time, you guys. Again, I just want to give you a brief overview. There's so much more I could show you, but I'm just out of time. So I am giving free one-on-one reviews of our service for those of you who want to customize your review with me. So I can just hone in on your piece of it. Do you just do private? Do you just do public? Are you doing masonry, concrete? What are you doing? And I could give you a nice thorough review just for you. So feel free to reach out. My number is 973-219-0601. And I'd love to do a review with you, which is customized, more customized. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.